You would take money from a dying cancer patient? F you. Hey my friends, how are you doing today? Happy Sunday. If you are new, my name is Margaret Angel. Welcome to my channel. I am so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for letting me take a break. It's been interesting lately, but I'm so happy to get back into what you all came here for, and that is content. So let's get right into the video. Hey hot girl, what's up? Okay, now listen to me. I'm gonna just extend a trigger warning right now. I know a lot of people are sensitive to this topic. We are going to be talking about cancer, illness, that whole genre. I know a lot of people are sensitive to that, including myself, but I was able to go through these different posts and I was able to be okay, but I wanna extend that to you all. If you are sensitive to that kind of language or these stories, I highly implore you to watch this with caution, practice self-care, and if you have to skip the video or skip through parts, I do understand, because this is okay. So the first one, a girl I know is battling stage 4 cancer, and she just had this sent to her. Hey babe, so sorry to hear about your battle with cancer. Seeing as you might be dying soon, I think it's a really good idea to get involved with Arbonne, as it's such a good income and you don't want to leave your son with nothing, right? And then she goes on to say, that would be so selfish. The money you can make from it will be enough for him to go through school and Arbonne look after your family after you. I think you have a lot of followers that will buy amazing products off you because they know you are dying, so they feel sorry for you, so it's a good marketing platform. Let me know your thoughts and when we can get this journey started. I don't even know where to begin with that. But let me tell you something, that completely solidifies when we say vulnerable. That is the most vulnerable person I can think of. Somebody with stage 4 cancer that's dying, that has a child, that obviously needs to still be supported throughout their life with a dying parent. The fact that anybody will use someone's illness against them. Woo. Sorry. The fact that anybody will use someone's illness against them. I don't have words for that. You would use this woman's child that's possibly losing their mom, losing them. You would use that against them and then consistently rub it in their face that they're dying, consistently rub it in their face that they need to support their kid, calling them selfish when they have cancer. This is not the ladder with MLM people, okay? This is the extreme. Every group has some level of radicalism. That's a radical hun, all right? I'm combating the radical huns. That's a radical, all right? I don't understand how anybody could sit there on their phone and be like, you're selfish for not wanting to support your son if you don't get with this program before you die. What monster says that to somebody? What creature on earth would ever feel the need to fixate their lips to tell a person that probably won't even be here in the next coming months to do that? Join my pyramid scheme so that way your son will be protected. Yeah, you prey on a cancer patient. You prey on a woman using her vulnerability, her illness, telling her that she's selfish for not taking care of her kid and basically making her feel dumb. Use all that so you can personally gain. And this woman wouldn't even make any money. Chances are she'd lose money. You would take money from a dying cancer patient? F you. You have to be kidding me. Absolutely abhorrent behavior. Who raised that person? Whoever put you on this earth, I sincerely wish there would have been a condom barrier. You're a joke. You are sick and twisted to ever speak to someone like that, especially somebody that is at the end of their life. Trash. Radical trash. Okay, I told you that this was not going to be good. And it's not getting any better. I'm gonna let you know that right now. So next we're gonna jump into Facebook groups. Now here's the thing with me. I'm a part of a lot of Facebook groups. My favorite one is the Bob's Burgers Facebook group because it's my absolute favorite show. It's the healthiest community on the internet. So let's get away from every other community. Let's just go to Bob's Burgers and be happy. I love Facebook groups. You're able to talk to people that are like you and you're able to make friends. It's really cool. Now one thing about these groups, if you didn't know, is that a lot of people with illnesses make their own groups. That way they can grow a community. They don't feel as alone. I find that to be incredible because as somebody that does suffer with an autoimmune disorder, I have a hard time with people relating to a lot of the pain that I'm in from time to time. So it's really refreshing to speak to individuals that share that with me. You know, it's a good friendship balance. Now, with that said, you have a lot of people in these communities that are not a part of these communities, right? You have people that are in arthritis groups that don't have pain. You have people in chemotherapy groups that have never had cancer. Okay, what I'm getting at with this post is going to be somebody from our favorite MLM. I'll surprise you when I read it. You probably already know it's a chemotherapy group, so it's hair loss. What group you know loves to capitalize off people losing their hair? Yeah, you're right. So we're going to read this, and I hope you're sitting down. Okay, don't stand up and listen to this girl. Sit down, because you will fall to the floor. So this person says, I'm a part of a chemotherapy support group. This monster targets the female members of the group to hawk her miracle hair regrowth product, Monet. Is there anything more depraved than profiting off the vulnerabilities of women losing their hair because of cancer treatments? And this is what the monster said. Happy Friday, blank. I took the advice of a blank from chemotherapy support and created my own Facebook group called Hair Regrowth USA, Best Kept Secret. It's a place for support, to answer questions, and to share the remedy of Monet to those interested. If you are interested, I welcome you to join and share with any friends and family that you may know who might find some relief and success within this group. The link is here. Like, okay, this is my thing with this. I'm not gonna just put it on the person for sending the message. I'm gonna put it on their upline. All right, so here we go. What upline leader told you, girl, that it was okay to infiltrate groups of vulnerable people? What upline leader told you that? What trashy individual said that? What person that knows what they're doing, that's been with this company, that's solidified, that's training people, who said it was okay to infiltrate groups of women that have problems losing their hair because they are battling cancer, because they're having all of these reactions to chemotherapy, which, by the way, is one of the hardest things for somebody to go through. Okay, and I just know that from an observant standpoint. And then to have an individual get in your group, all to push you a product that allegedly has caused scabs, hair loss, inflammation, etc. They push you that so they can gain off of your medical illness. What person willingly does not think maybe this is not a good look? Or maybe they're being told that this is beneficial and they don't know the difference. You're gonna believe your upline, right? Because your upline is the one that sold you this product. They sold it to you well. Why can't you sell it to others well? And that includes everybody, right? No, it doesn't. It doesn't include everybody. And you have to be kidding me. Leave sick people alone. Leave these Facebook groups that have people with compromised immune systems and serious health ailments. Leave these people alone. You could not even imagine what they're battling. Monet is not the answer for a cancer patient. Period. All right, we're going to take a break for a quick minute from the cancer patients. Now we have a beach body coach. Okay, so listen to this. My little stink is back in the hospital. We've been in and out since he was born, but last year he had a bone marrow transplant. And it is so hard to be stuck in a hospital room and keep good, healthy eating habits and find time to work out, especially when your brain and your energy is focused somewhere else. But I have said it so many times, you cannot take care of someone if you do not take care of yourself. Very true. So I start my day off right with my Shakeology and my Bear Blend on the playmat. I feel so much better. Don't make excuses, just do it. You'll thank yourself later, I promise. And then she goes on at the end of that to say, join her coaching journey. Girl, can you focus on your child in the hospital? Like, I'm sorry, but that's one thing I honestly don't get. I don't know why that needs to be publicized. Like, that genuinely does not make sense to me. Like, if I don't have a kid, but if my husband or my baby supposedly was in the hospital, I'm not worrying about pushing product. You think for a second I'm gonna be sending out specials to my spa when my kid's in the hospital, when my husband is sick, when my dad's going through something? You think I'm worried about, oh my God, I need to send out something. I need more lash appointments. I need this. You think I'm gonna do that? You think I'm gonna get on my phone and call in clients? No, I'm gonna be in the moment and make sure that my kid is okay, make sure my loved one is okay. It's kind of like in that Kiki Chanel video when that girl was talking about how, I don't care if your dog is sick in the hospital, you need to be talking to people while your dog is sick in the hospital. No, if your dog is sick, you need to take care of little Barky, all right? You're not supposed to be worrying about work or anything like that. Be in the moment. While your loved one is in the hospital and you're talking to people saying, oh, there's no excuses. If I can do this, anybody can. I have a damn good excuse when I'm worried about the person that I love's safety, when I'm worried about their health, when I'm worried about making sure that they're okay. I mean, I've seen so many photos of people in MLMs literally after they've given birth, back on their computer or back on their phone, talking to people, generating leads. You just gave birth.
Yeah, somebody joined my team. I just had a baby. Oh my God, look at my baby. Look how cute my baby is.
No other employer would want you to do that. I don't know any employer, and this is just me talking, okay, because there's some horrible people out there, but I don't know any employer that would ever make somebody still work while they or someone that they love is in the hospital. Only in MLMs do you see this kind of stuff. Only in multi-level marketing. Okay, we're right back into getting mad. Amway Hun approached me at a cancer center. 6 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. There's a cancer treatment center in my city where pretty much all the adult cancer patients go for outpatient chemo and radiation. The parking is just a big lot, not a ramp. I was done with chemo, but still undergoing radiation. It was a spring day and I decided to go bare and not wear a scarf or hat. So the top of the head, the scalp was exposed. I was going to my car when a woman approached me and asked if that was the cancer center. I said it was and kept going to my car. She said something else, I don't recall, and I stopped. She then explained that her mom was undergoing chemo and she was waiting for her. I told her that she could wait inside, but I also understood why she would wait outside because it was the first nice day. I said something about how I hoped her mom would not have a rough time with chemo and feel better soon. I honestly thought that would be the end of it. Then Hun started asking about my cancer. I really don't like to talk to strangers about my medical condition, so I answered briefly. Then she started talking about how she has protein shakes that can help with some of the side effects of chemo and radiation. My head started ding, 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 but I felt like I had to be polite, so I kept listening. She was very vague about what the product was, but wanted me to attend a meeting to learn more. She pressed for my phone number, so I gave her my husband's cell phone. Apparently, she called him quite a few times for me until he told her what he thought of her. Turns out it was Amway. She was trying to recruit very vulnerable people and is an awful human being. I am no longer polite, and if this happened today, I would just walk away. I might swear at her because getting cancer, then my husband getting cancer, made me mean as F. I sincerely hope that this person is okay. But the ass whooping I'm about to give this Hun, who does that? I want you to understand how creepy this is, okay? You are literally posted up outside of a cancer center waiting for people to come out that obviously may be chemo patients, especially if they don't have hair on their head, posted so that way you could sell them protein shakes, so that way you can gain on your downline. When predatory meets physicality, we're gonna start fighting. Do you understand how vilifying that is as a person? For you to be that individual, to prey upon somebody to their face, because homegirl's bold, to their face, to sell them products, pyramid scheme products, claiming that it's gonna help her cancer as she walks out from chemotherapy. How would you describe that person? What adjective would you give somebody like that? I could say deplorable, I could say sick, I could say... I don't know anybody personally in my life that would do that, do you? And if you do, don't associate with that individual, because who does that? Who does that? You want to talk about your mom with cancer, right? Which may or may not be true, because then you want to start selling products to somebody. So let's say that was a lie. You lie about your mother having an ailment like that just so you can push Amway shit? Take it from me, somebody that mourns a parent every single day, I wouldn't take lightly to that. And thank God we were outside, because if it was me, that's all I'm gonna say. If it was me. And the last one, believe it or not, it's not Amway, it's not Beachbody, it's not Monet, It's a makeup company. My best friend Sarah was diagnosed with advanced cancer in her 20s. It really sucked. She went through chemo, radiation, and many surgeries. Thank God she survived, but it was a very scary and exhausting experience for her. I told her about this anti-MLM group, and we were talking about how we hate MLMs, and we started sharing stories. She told me that halfway through her cancer treatments, her friend Lynn had been invited to get a free makeover, and she was allowed to bring a friend. So Lynn invited Sarah. She looked forward to it because chemo and radiation were making her very ill. The makeover sounded relaxing and nice. Unfortunately, it was a Mary Kay meeting. The makeover part was just Mary Kay reps sitting both girls in front of a huge conference table so they could tell them to put on different eyeshadow and try to sell them stuff, and of course recruit them. One of the reps looked at Sarah and told her she had brown circles around her eyes. She said it looked like she had already had brown eyeshadow on because her eyes were so dark. She actually said, "Your eyes make you look sick. You need to buy something to cover that." She told that to a cancer patient. Sarah was pretty angry because it took so much effort to just get there, and she realized that they were deceived into thinking it was an actual makeover. And honestly, what a horrible thing to say to someone, especially in front of a group. She told her, "Well, I am ill. I have cancer and I'm going through chemo and radiation. That's why I look this way." They still tried selling them stuff and told Sarah she needed to join their team. She explained she was too sick to do that. They kept on her and finally asked her when her chemo would be finished. She told them January. They continuously bombarded her with emails and phone calls. She ignored them. The one lady persisted even though Sarah said she wasn't interested. When Sarah told them, "I'm sick, I don't have time or energy to do this," they still continued. She eventually blocked them from being able to reach her as much as she could. These people have no shame. Like, can't you have a little bit of a conscience? Leave someone alone if they're fighting cancer. And that's the last one because I don't think a lot of us were expecting that. I don't think a lot of us would expect that from Mary Kay. They don't really seem as problematic as the other people that swear that they're doctors when they're not, and you know, your hair's falling out when it isn't, right? That whole thing. Mary Kay to me doesn't really have the visibility of being troublesome, so that's why I included this because it shocked me. But I do know this with the reps. They will say there's a free makeover when all they're doing is selling you Mary Kay. Because when I was getting ready for my wedding and I had my bridesmaids get their dresses from David's Bridal, David's Bridal sent me an email because they're in affiliation with Mary Kay. Okay, so they gave my email address to Mary Kay Consultants. So they hit me up for a free spa day claiming that I won some type of drawing. I knew it was complete BS, but that's what they do. They use the free makeover facade so that way you get excited thinking that you're about to relax. And the fact that they did this with cancer patients. Think about it like this. When you have cancer, medical bills pile up. Shit is expensive, okay? So what would make you think that somebody that may be going through a medical crisis, even financially, is the perfect person to recruit? Think about how weak they are, how sick they are. Think about that for a minute. What energy would they have to push your product?
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
And then you look the girl in the face and say it already looks like you have brown eyeshadow on because your eyes are so dark. You need a product for that? I got a product for you, sis. You have to be kidding me, okay? You have to be kidding me. Absolutely disgusting. I say that every week, but it's true. That is disgusting, abhorrent, gross, inhumane behavior. You don't treat sick people that way. You just don't. And I don't know what it is with these people, you guys, these radical Huns, but they only do what they do because their companies and their uplines don't hold them accountable because the upline told them to do that. And because the company co-signs whatever brings them money. Humane treatment out the window. And that to me is sick. You know, accountability is a beautiful thing because it teaches you that it's not about you. All right. It's about how you come across. It's about how you treat people. Right. So when someone loves you enough or cares enough about what you're saying to hold you accountable, listen to them. Listen to what they're saying. Listen to the knowledge that they're giving you. I wish these companies would follow suit. Will they hold their distributors accountable? Will they say, leave sick people alone? Will the Monat CEO stand up and say, leave people battling cancer alone? We cannot prove that our products regenerate hair growth with chemotherapy patients. We have not done an independent study to say that, a clinically backed study to say that. But yeah, you guys, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Again, my name is Margaret Angel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload, and I will see you next time. But yeah, that's it for today, you guys. I know it's not the most chipper video, but I hope it was educational. But I hope it makes you see that it matters how we treat one another. My merch and my podcast are linked down below. I have some surprises coming for you guys. I love y'all very much. Have a good day. Peace. I said I was gonna be more creative, but she's already getting that monster to jump out of me, girl. You use this woman's possible dying wish to want to... I have too much shit. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Look, let me put a... Woo! Calm down, Margaret. Calm down, girl. You said you were gonna be better than this. Woo! Yeah.